I will bury the world in ice.
Hello everyone, this is Fraser Neen from Ace Games TV and Anna Razor, and we are here with a jumbo Mac Daddy sized video covering the, what's it called, Fraser?
The new Howling Abyss patch.
Yep, and we'll be covering a lot of the new skins and Champion.
Yeah, there's a
Lissandra.
new
What's it called? The witch thing?
The Ice Witch.
The Ice Witch, there you go, brilliant. So we're going to quickly show Lissandra's taunts and shizzle, and we're going to stop talking so you can hear them.
I consider frigid a compliment. I make cold look hot. I consider frigid a compliment. I've been killing your kind for centuries. Surrender. My triumph is inevitable. The world began in ice, and it will end in ice.
Swiftly moving on to Lissandra's abilities, I'll say the name of them and Fraser will explain what they are as per. So the first one is Iceborne.
This is her passive.
A passive, yeah.
And every 18 seconds, Lissandra's next ability costs no mana. Iceborne's cooldown is reduced by 1 second whenever Lissandra impairs an enemy's movement with an ability. Does not apply to movement impairing effects from items, so something like Riley's wouldn't work. She'd have to use an ability that she has that would slow them.
That's a really good passive actually.
Yeah.
Does that mean you could use two abilities right after each other?
Yeah.
But if you had that, obviously.
If it was like enough.
After 18 seconds, yeah. Right, next one is Ice Shard, that's her Q, if I'm correct.
Yep. So this throws a spear of ice that travels in a line and shatters when it hits an enemy, dealing magic damage and slowing its movement speed for 1.5 seconds, so that would work with the passive. Shards then pass through the target, dealing the same damage to other enemies hit, but not slowing them, so you can only hit, like, slow one target with it.
That's still pretty good. Got a pretty small cooldown, about 5 seconds, yeah?
Yeah.
And 725 range, we don't know if that's good or not, is that pretty good?
Yeah,
is that about the same
quite
as,
long, yeah.
Is that about the same as Blitzcrank's pull?
Maybe.
I think, maybe around about that. So W, guess I can move on now to Ring of Frost.
Okay, so this freezing an enemy around Lissandra, dealing magic damage to nearby enemies and rooting them.
Oh, that's pretty. So that's got a pretty lengthy cooldown, about 15 to 18 seconds.
18 seconds at level 1, about 10 at 18.
Right, that's pretty good. I like that. E, Glacial Path.
Yeah, so this is the one that everyone is talking about.
Oh, this one's brilliant.
Yeah, if you want to do Jungle Lissandra, but what it does is it casts a club of ice that moves forward in a line, dealing magic damage to all enemies hit. Reactivating this ability transports Lissandra to the claw's current location.
This has got relatively long range one, this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a pretty long cooldown though. It starts off at 24 seconds.
Yeah. I'll put a link to a video showing all the things you can do with this because it's got a lot of range, so you could do some really crazy shit.
Yeah, like how you can jump to it. Do you have to jump to it?
You don't have to, you can choose to.
That's really good. So they are Frozen Tomb or Tome.
Okay, this has 2 different variations for it. The first is casting it on an enemy. This freezes the target champion solid, dealing magic damage and stunning it for 1.5 seconds. The dark ice then spreads from Lissandra's target, dealing magic damage to the enemies. The ice lands for 3 seconds and slows enemy movement speed by 20%, so that would activate her passive. And then she has the self-cast. Lissandra encases herself in dark ice for 1.5 seconds, becoming untargetable, invulnerable, but unable to take any actions. And then it does the dark ice spreads again. So it's got the same effect at the very end, but you can cast it on an enemy or yourself.
So, see for that ability, the self-cast, is that instant?
Yep.
Yeah, so that'd be pretty good if
it'd be good for baits because they don't know who you're going to use your ultimate.
Yeah, and I guess you could like make people waste all their abilities on you by using that.
Yeah, pretty much. It sort of works like a Zonya's hourglass, but damage comes out of afterwards.
They're really good abilities actually, I like those quite a lot.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So what would you like to move on to now?
I suppose we'll just move on to the lore then.
Yeah, the lore. There is a shit ton of lore for this motherfucker.
Yeah, so we'll get onto that in a sec.
So since there is so much lore for Lissandra, Fraser will just give a really quick, not preview, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a quick summary, summary, and we'll put a link in the description to the full lore.
Okay, so Lissandra's lore, like Ian said, there's a lot of it because there's a big thing with the Freylord, which is the ice place, and there's been war shit going on with that. But Lissandra is like a deity corruptor sort of person, and she got this power from something called the Frozen Watchers. I'm not too familiar with all of this, but she basically got an empire, and now she's ready to come back with the new map that is the Howling Abyss, and there's all these different factions, like Ashes faction, Sejuani, Volobear, all that stuff. So that's how she's tying into all of this.
So Fraser, do you have any trivia for me today?
Yes, I do.
Good.
Okay, so Lissandra actually has a lot of references from other games. She looks like something from Magic the Gathering. She looks like something from Final Fantasy 7. 7? 9?
9.
Nope, 8. It's 8.
All of them.
And she looks like someone from Dragon Age. In the league, she's not actually referred to as Lissandra, she's only referred to as the Ice Witch, which is sort of odd. The Watchers from Lissandra's lore and background are actually a reference to Game of Thrones from A Song of Ice and Fire. And the Watchers also are a reference to a race from Darksiders, if you know what that is.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Some of her quotes, her joke, "Is it cold in here, is it just me?" is similar to Bran's joke, "Is it hot in here, is it just me?" Lissandra also shares a quote with the Viking, "I am Iceborn." And her hairstyle is apparently like Ares, and her skin name Bloodstone. Lissandra actually shares this with Tarek. And I think that's pretty much that.
She's a big copycat. I've not played any of those first 3 games, like Magic the Gathering, or whatever it was. But I like Game of Thrones though, so that kind of excited me when you said that though.
Yeah.
The Watchers.
But her skin looks pretty awesome.
Winter is coming. Yeah, her skin looks tippity top. I guess we should just talk about that now then.
Yeah, it looks.
This is right into it. It's called Bloodstone Lissandra.
Yeah, that's kind of it, to be honest. It's just kind of weird.
A red version with a funky hat.
This time not Zac Efron.
Yeah, this time not Zac Efron. This time it's the James Bond movie, Bloodstone.
So many references. I think that's pretty much it though, so we'll start to get on to the other parts of the Howling Abyss, since this isn't actually the end of the video.
Shocking.
So we'll move on.
Have you seen this thing? Like, really close. It's alright, Clubbums. We'll get to smashing soon. Have you seen this thing? Like, really close. You got a problem with me? Join the club! I'm gonna crush your dreams. They're in your skull, right? If you want me to hit you less, die sooner!
In addition to Lissandra being released, 2 other characters have been reworked, and those are firstly Trundle. As you can see, he's running around just hitting a few minions right now. He looks a lot better in my opinion.
Yeah, they've changed his look from old sort of junkyard trolley look to this new ice form he has.
Yeah, I like his new haircut as well. And
yeah, he looks much better. They've changed his lore and they've revamped his skin to go along with his new style as well.
Yeah, I like it a lot better. And the second one that's been remastered is Sejuani. She looks a lot better as well.
Yeah, definitely. They've gave her more clothes because, you know, out in the cold it's actually, you need to have clothes on.
Ah, good tip, I like that. I'll remember that next time I go into the cold. But I think the beast thing that she rides on looks a lot cooler as well, instead of just this plain little ugly thing that she rides on.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so do you want to go into the other things that have been changed? The new skins for...
Okay, we'll go into the new skin for Volibear.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah.
He's got a nice beard.
Looks sort of similar to the other ones, but I guess he was needing a new skin.
Yeah, I like the colours on it as well.
Yeah.
And also there is
one for Shyvana,
which is a really cool one, I think.
Yeah, she needed a new skin as well, definitely.
Yeah, is that the Ice Dragon one?
Yeah, Ice Drake Shyvana.
Ice Drake Shyvana, very nice. And third one being
the legendary one for Anivia,
which looks so cool.
Black Frost Anivia.
Yeah, such a nice skin, I like it so much.
Yeah, it definitely suits her.
I would buy a Anivia just to get that skin.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Better start playing Anivia.
Right.
So that's pretty much that.
Yeah. And finally, lastly we're going to talk about is the new Aram map. And if you don't know what Aram is, it's all random, all mid or something.
Yeah, 5v5.
5v5 mid, just one lane, yeah. And it looks really nice.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. It's all like icy and snowy and all that.
Yeah, I mean, the background as well on the old map, it was just a black abyss that you could see. It wasn't very nice to look at, but now they really added in a good background.
Was that a pun?
What?
Howling Abyss, because that's what the map's called and you said Black Abyss.
No, I did not think of that.
Okay.
So the background looks really nice and a lot more things happen in the map, like nothing to do with the gameplay. Like there's a part when you see a big rock thing just fall off the edge and it looks really cool and you can watch it fall off.
And when you hit the turrets they actually start breaking off.
Break apart and stuff, which is really cool. And
the shopkeeper,
the new shopkeeper is really something.
He has loads of lines which I'll leave link in the description about. It's a video that showcases all the stuff in it. Actually shows some new lore because I was looking at it and listened to it and I found out that Vi actually has a sister, so you should look out for shit like that.
Yeah, really interesting stuff. And I'm going to quickly talk about how the shopkeeper is basically frozen.
Yeah.
And he's like trapped and he's dead, I guess, and like his spirit comes out and he's the one that talks and you buy stuff off, I guess, or something. And then after like the minions spawn or something, or when you leave, the spirit will go back into the dead shopkeeper and you can't buy anything. Yeah,
because like how in Aram when you go out of the base, you're not allowed to buy anything anymore until you die. That's kind of a cool gimmick.
Yeah, I really like that. So I take that's everything covered now.
Yep, that's everything.
Mac Daddy Jumbo video.
That was a massive video.
Yeah,
that took a lot of work.
Thanks a lot for watching our video, and make sure to like or leave a comment and subscribe if you're a nice person.
And we shall see you next time on First Impressions.
Shalom, goodbye.